Hey, not sure if you're gonna hear a whole bunch of music, um, just because I'm streaming from a place that's super busy. But so much going on right now, and I just wanted to chat with you guys. I feel like so much has been transpiring lately, and I haven't had a chance to really make any comments on the channel, and I really don't fuck with it that much because I really have too many things going on in life to sit on this channel. Um, but I will say that a lot has happened since I've been here in Nigeria. A lot has happened in the U.S. since I've been here. So I will. It's been a lot. It's been a lot, and so much has happened over the past week too. Like this morning, I woke up and the first thing I saw was YSL under indictment, potentially under indictment for Rico, and I was like, no. Like I was rude. I was like, damn, not thug, not thug. To be honest with you, I think they'll be good. I think they'll be good and coming out that situation. And the culture has collapsed. The culture has. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the shoe. The culture has completely collapsed, and it's really sad. It really is. It's just, it's just trash. Like there's not enough music out there that pertains to anything that people give a fuck about. In the States, that is. I mean, the music, the options, everything. It's just I don't know how to explain it, but I will say this. I will say that, you know, we are blessed to be alive, but at the same time, find a place where you can be your authentic self and you don't have to getting indictments and going to jail and all this bullshit. Like, every time I hear something from the States, it's somebody from our community. Sorry, I'm fixing my shoes. Every time I hear something from the States, it's somebody from our community is fucking it up. Fucking up all the time. It's like, when are they going to realize that we have a limited opportunity in the United States to continue to make the money that we do? Um, but that's not going to be forever, guys. You know, all this money that these rappers have made, all this wealth that they've accumulated to just hand it back to the legal system is crazy to me. And you know, likewise for other individuals who have made money through YouTube and, you know, when you die, where did you our community has so many issues, and one of the main issues is that as soon as we get ahead, someone takes us backwards. I just feel like, what are we supposed to do? How do you ever get ahead if someone's going to keep back? Every time you go front, you have to go back because things are just not set up to allow us to succeed. And one of the reasons why I moved to Lagos is because I feel like I have an easier time with people that look like me. Every day I'm dealing with people that look like me, well, not exactly like me, but because I'm in Yoruba land, and my family and my dreams are outside, so I think that it's a little bit different down here. But this is a city where people can, you know, have their heart's desire. You can go out, you can have business, you can have everything that you ever needed without worrying about some cops running, talking about Rico charge. 8, 9 years after you popped off your business and your label. It's just, it's like, what are we, what are we getting for planting ourselves down in the West? I really do believe that we need strategy. I really do believe that an exit strategy is the only thing that Black people need to be focusing on in this state. Every day, I mean, you're rounding us up, rounding us up daily. Not to say that the young kids that are doing what they're doing are not in the wrong, because they certainly are. But I just feel like, don't you guys ever get the sense that every time you look around, some young Black boy is getting into the jail, his body is being put into the jail? I mean, I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad for our community. I feel bad for the young girls who are going to be looking to get married in about 10 years from now. You know, the ones that are like 18, 19, looking to get married at 28, 29, and they don't have anybody because the majority of the little boys aren't even in school anymore. They're just going to jail just for holding a gun in a video jail for years. just for being connected to someone who possibly did something. They're sitting in jail cells for months trying to fight a case they don't have money for. There's this class I took when I was at Hunter College called the institution, what was it called? African Americans in the Institutions of Confinement. That's what the class is called. It is called African Americans in the Institutions of Confinement. And that's because there are so many institutions that seek to confine us in the States. And it's not even just jail. It's the school system that doesn't teach us shit. It's the legal system that doesn't defend us. Every institution is looking to benefit from our back. So when I woke up this morning and I saw that whole situation with YSL, I thought to myself, these young boys, we've watched these young boys go from features to conglomerate. We sat there and we entertained all of their great music. We It brought life to the culture. I'm sorry, but if I had to choose between any cruise, I'm gonna choose that one. They had the best music over the past 10 years. I don't know what's going on in Chicago, but that music's not good enough for me. And I'm concerned. Why? Why now? Is it because Sub said he wanted to create a city? Is it because Sub said he wanted to create a city? Because I wonder why we have to always be in the mercy of somebody's criminal justice system when we're outproducing almost everyone. I mean, if black people actually accumulate the level of wealth that they have obtained over the, I would say, 150 years since it's been abolished, since slavery has been abolished, we would have so much money, we would have so much power. But we can't even have a record label, a colorful young record label of stoners. We can't even have that. Like, these are not even gangsters. These are actual artists. So I really pray for the young man, and I hope that everything works out well. And what's up? What's up with y'all? I haven't been on this thing. I be live on other channels. I just pull up on other channels when I feel like I want to talk shit about money, because I'm always trying to get more than what I have. So on that tip, I'm always busy, but I hope everybody's been doing well. I'll tell you what, since I came to Nigeria, I'm very happy. And I think one of the main things that has made me happy has been just being able to move freely. You see, I work from home, which is also known as working wherever the fuck I want. And just being able to move and be out in the sunlight and come into a place and have a nice coffee and something to eat, all that stuff really does matter. It really is the difference between stressful life and having a stress-free life. Right now, I feel my life is very low stress. You know what I mean? Like, it's a low stress type of situation. It's a situation where I wake up, I live my life, come back home, and then do it all over again. You see what I'm saying? Let me see if I can just. And I'm actually going to put a little topic. So Rico, Kevin Samuel, because I'm about to start speaking about a little Kevin Samuel. Taking. Yeah, man. So I just put a little something in the title so I can change up. But yeah, man, I don't want to see YSL I don't want to see the young boys in Atlanta have no problems, man. And I want to thank them for the best music. I want to thank them for the best music over the past, like, literally 15 years since I was a kid. Like, yo, thank you for the best music and keep doing it, nigga. Like, keep giving us that young rich nigga feel. Keep giving us that young stoner life feel. Like, that's what we like. Seriously. That's the offshoot of all the good music. Yes, Medea Naija. I'm in Lego. I'm in Lagos right now, King Naija. What's up? You know the spot? If you know this spot, then tell me where I'm at. Everyone knows this spot. When they see this wall, they know where I'm at. Where am I at? Since I'm in Naija. And you know it. Where am I at, King Naija? This dress is cute. I love this color, like this gray, dusty gray color is one of my favorites. And then it's got like a keyhole in the back, like a keyhole type of thing in the back. Yes, man, I'm in Niger. And Niger has been treating me well. I've had no difficulties here. I've been nothing but happy here. It's about money. It's about community. It's about how a community is uh, able to contribute to my lifestyle without me having to feel like I'm doing too much. Like, for example, one of the things in New York is, one of the things in New York, black people don't. Who is this? Oh, you see, that's what happens when you put Kevin Samuels in your title. Because I was about to make a couple comments, but as soon as I put it in there, I got a bunch of clowns coming right here. It's crazy. No, but I'm in Niger right now, and it is a wonderful. It is nice to be in a society where things are organized, where some men have some power. Where's your family from? Sorry. King Niger, where's your family from? Goodness gracious, there's always some crazy ass person coming onto these streams. Anyway, that's what I was saying about YSL. I just want to see them. And I want to see them continue to be best. And I'm looking forward to buying a condo in that city. If that city ever come up, I'm gonna get a condo right there. That shit's gonna be tough. I know that shit's gonna be tough. Anyway, I'm gonna switch gears and just make a little commentary about boy. Thank you. Is that like the hours? Yay. Where's the? Yeah, it's inside. Okay. Is there black pepper? Can I get some cracked black pepper? You like the cracked one? Yes. Thank you. Um. So yes, yes. You tell me what you have to do. Look at the salad, guys. I wanna. Mm, yeah. Yeah, guys. Seriously. Being here has been a blessing in my life. Like, getting away from the energy. Like, for example, I have a girlfriend who has kind of like energy, and I try to tell her as we're here, we're not in the States, that energy that she has in the States, she's gonna drop that because it's not benefiting her and none of that. So I think while we're here, we just have to enjoy it, get to know. The networking here is very nice. As you can hear, sorry, I'm doing a live video. I'm doing a live video. I'm trying my best, but being here has been such a blessing. Sorry, that was one of the gentlemen who owns the place. Thank you. Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You got what I sent you? Yes, cool. All right, cool. Everybody here is young and cool. Like, when you see here, it's just young Africans, Nigerian. Like, I love the people that work in this spot, and I'm always putting money in their account. Like, sometimes when they don't expect it, I'm just throwing some naira in there if I can, because they really do hook me up. And when I don't want to eat like spicy ethnic food, then I try not to. I come and try to have something mild here. Like, if I don't want to eat like the spiciest Nigerian food, then I come to Eric Kaiser and have a decent um, salad and a decent plate of pasta. Yes, King Niger, similar to Nigeria in that the climate is similar. And I'm actually thinking about going to Jamaica this year for Diamond Jubilee because this is the first year that we're not owned by the crown, so they say. So it might be kind of turned up. So I'm interested in. The only difference between Nigeria is that there are no guns here. So you're not gonna have no problems with people running people down, guns and things like that. There are no guns here. So you're never gonna run into that. People will be angry, people will fight. There are ritual killings that happen in different not illegal. But oh you know what? I know I was on African Millennials channel the other night and they were talking about Dubai porta potty. Let me tell you about the Dubai porta potty, actually, and let me just put that in the broadcast information too, so people know. Because I mean, Rico. You know what? We'll talk about that in a bit. Let me just make my little comments about Kevin Samuels because I don't have many to make. Overall, I always felt like this about Kevin Samuels. If it don't apply, let it fly, and hit dogs will holler. Like there were a lot of things I agreed with, but then there are also a lot of things I didn't agree with, including his delivery, how he spoke to certain women. But now that he's dead, does it matter? I mean, I studied fine art in high school, and I'm gonna tell you what. Okay, to fly directly to Jamaica from Nigeria. Oh yeah, I know that. I found that. So I'm going to Jamaica probably, and then I'm gonna stay for maybe like a week or two, and I'm gonna come right back to Nigeria. I'm not even going to the States. So that's definitely happening. I talked to my girl about it. But look, the thing with the thing with this this YouTube thing is that a lot of us we spend time on YouTube and we forget to go outside. Kevin Samuel strikes me as a man who didn't go outside much in his life. And when I say go outside, I don't mean go to your job and work at Target. I don't mean those things. I mean, do you go outside? Do people know you? Like, he just heard the men running my silence and he said, this is yours. They know me here. Do we go outside enough as a culture of people? I'm going to say no, we do not. We don't go outside enough as a culture of people. And unfortunately, because we don't go outside enough as a culture of people, we rely on people who have very little experience. And the thing about kind of Tony, he had great ideas with very little concept, proof of concept, very little experience. Never really secured a relationship for more like my own relationship, engaged the whole relationship. So for the last part of it, I was before he passed was longer than both his marriages combined. And what I'm trying to understand is the validity of what he's saying. We we can listen to his ideas, but we there's no validity because there's no proof. And as far as I'm concerned, it's not possible. It's not possible for us to live our best lives and hang on the words of somebody who is afraid. When you look at pictures of him, he's younger. He was very. I think people also stop becoming fearful when they are at the end of their lives and making sense. Like there's almost a sense inside of your body that you're gonna die soon. I think from what other people have said, and maybe he knew he was, so that's why he went so hard. There were things that we learned, but then there were things that didn't really benefit us. I mean, all those big Shirleys he talked about, guess what? The majority of them are still alive today. And I mean, life is a valuable thing, right? Life is just one of the most valuable things we can have. So if life is not what we're celebrating, then what are we celebrating? I want young men, like for example, I was on Dinah's channel last night watching, and a young man came on there, and as soon as he came on, we knew that he had never, we knew that he had a hard time, difficulty getting Dinah, getting a woman, and he sounded like it. Then he kept going forth with the cool guys on the channel. Why? Because he thought he had something to prove to men who are already involved in relationships and to men who are already married. What I'm gonna give the advice to anybody who listens to Kevin Samuels, follows him as a man or woman, go outside. Go outside and make a friend. Go outside and make an acquaintance. Go outside and get a woman. Go outside and get a man. Go outside and do what you want to do, but don't spend the majority of your time on YouTube expecting something's going to happen while you complain. Your life is a baby. Only children cry like that. Only babies and toddlers whine and cry and bitch and moan. So when you do it, just recognize that it doesn't get you any closer to the outcome you want. I mean, if the Kevin Samuels going to sit here for the next year and cry about his death, that's 1 year wasted. While the girl that you like ends up with somebody else. And I just think that people need to move on and move on quickly. Yeah, we learned a couple things from the gentleman. A few of his people that have actually spoken to him on the phone, who actually know him, have done good videos to commemorate his legacy or whatever they want to consider his legacy. But aside from that, I think we're doing too much now. I really do. I really think we're doing the most. I need to reschedule my meeting. I'm going to move it to later on Thursday. Trying to get this moved so I can have a little bit of a catch up with these guys. Do it for Tuesday. Yeah. Come on. But yes, I heard that you can fly. Where's the lawn? Where's the lawn? No, it's cool. Where's the land sauce? Damn, fix that internet. That's a good point. I'm actually on the internet from the cafe. Do you want the from the MiFi? Because I can do that. I can switch it right now. I got you. Be right, because this is a bullshit internet. I'm on. There we go. Let me know if this internet is better. I was on the cafe internet, but I decided to switch to my MiFi device. So let me know if it's better. And what's up? Hope you're doing good. I'm having a little grilled chicken Caesar salad, which needs more dressing. I'm gonna ask him if he can bring me more dressing. Sorry. Hi. Can I get a little more dressing? Just a little more dressing. Can I get a little more dressing? A little more, not a lot. Like you see the, you, yeah, you see the little cup that they give. You know how they fill up the cup? Don't fill it up. Give me less than half because there's already some on here. Thank you. Yeah, mom. I hope the internet's good. Yeah, I really do believe that people need to get out of their comfort zones more and stop hiding behind the ideals. So it's really a high level comment about Cutting Family and how he didn't really have much relevance, right? We want to be able to say like, we want to be able to say, okay, we listen to him, we consider some of the things that he said, but we don't live our lives. You live your life based off of yourself. I wake up every morning and I do what I want to do. I don't give myself a guidebook based off of what somebody, you know, unsuccessful father told them. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I'm respectful of him because he's an elder, like any other elder. Yay, good. Okay. Yep. But I really do think that we have a lot to learn as a community between following charlatans and criminalizing young artists and just the whole gamut of fuckery. There's really not much that we can do aside from live the best lives we can live individually. There's really nothing else to do besides just doing the best you can do every day for yourself. Thank you so much. There's really not much we can do besides doing the best we could do um, every day for ourselves. Really not much. To pressure myself every day. You know, if something is too stressful for me, then I lay it down. I'm not going to cause a heart attack. Yeah, sometimes I have heart pain. Sometimes I have chest pain. And then you know what I do? I pull back on the weight. I start drinking olive leaf. I start drinking tonic, and I pull back on the fatty food because there's a lot of fatty food here. You cannot eat food here and think you're gonna have a flat stomach. I'll tell you what. You want to keep your belly? Look, we have a song. This song, I never forget this song because my friend used to always use this song to keep my stomach in line. So there was a song from maybe 2007 or 8 called "Tuck in Your Belly," and the song goes like this. I forget who sings it. Was it Vegas? It might have been Mr. Vegas, or I forget who it is, but it goes. Some you know your belly na bang, and you know say you look good in your tongue, yeah. You know your belly na clean, you know you see the magazine, you seen. So that was literally when I was when I was a young 20. That's literally all I heard, and it was just ever since that song. When I start feeling like food is sitting on my waistline, first thing I do is just grab a salad and start drinking water. Like, and that actually gives you more energy. Eating greens, um, lean meat. Like one thing I find here is that there's very good food here, but if you want to stay trim, you're not going to be able to eat this food every day or even every week. Like I asked with my trainer, I asked him, he's like one of those really rocky bodybuilders. He's very rocked up. He looks like, oh man, I don't know how to describe him, but he looks like a bag of rocks. Short man, older man, cool guy, looks like a bag of rocks. And I said to him, hey, do you eat Nigerian food? And he says, not really. And I think it's because of that content and sometimes the oil. And I feel like the oil can lead to buildup that starts making you feel like you're having heart pain and chest pain. So sometimes you just have to pull back on that food. You have to pull back on that stress. You have to pull back on that outlook in life and give yourself something that's going to benefit you and make you feel better overall. Does it benefit you to eat heavy every day? No. Does it benefit you to watch a man like Kevin Samuels every day? No. Does it benefit you to enjoy music every day? No. You can enjoy it little by little, but it doesn't benefit you on a daily. I believe that I believe that fatty food, Kevin Samuels, and drill music is best consumed with limited quantities. That's my high level belief. But I wanted to talk about really quickly about what African Millennial was talking about last night was the porta potty Dubai shit. I've heard about three shocking stories um, over the last week. One is about the porta potty thing, which that's been going on for a while now. That's not new. That's not news either for years. Um, you know what else is happening? Apparently, apparently, and I think this school is called the boarding school. My sis, she's from Joe, and there's a boarding school called the Christian Boarding School, and apparently they went to Dubai. Okay, where's the lamb sauce? That's actually lamb sauce is good. I smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol, and eat processed food all day long. Boy, you better listen. You gotta get yourself some um, Oil and vinegar, or some. Get yourself some balsamic vinegar, mm, some greens, some lean fish, and clean yourself for the next week. Oh, Niger, King Niger, the new Nigerian generation are wild. You're right. When I'm out here, when I go out and I see it, I'm like, I just don't understand. I just think it's a symptom of the youth everywhere. It's not just here. It's not just there. It's everywhere. The youth are fucked up everywhere. Let me see if I have the link so some of you guys can come in if you want to. I don't even know how to do that shit. I'm not the best at this kind of stuff. But, yeah. I'm just gonna send a link so you can talk shit. But can I get the link? I don't know what it is. Invite us. Here's the link. Copy. Copy this link for. Alright. I'm gonna put the link. My life expectancy is low. I know. Are you funny? Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to put. I'm actually trying to write this for you guys. I just don't. I'm on my phone. I don't know how to do it. Private chat. I'm just simple when it comes to this shit because I have too many other things in my mind. There goes the link if any of y'all want to call in. I'll talk shit with you guys for a little bit while my phone is still up and running. While I'm eating this salad. But eating healthy is one part of it. That's not the main part of it. The main part is like, for example, the other day I was hanging out, I went out, and the next day I really just sat in my bed, TV off, music off, everything off, place is clean, relaxing. You guys need to relax a little bit more. Especially women, we need to rest a little bit more. Always running around and shit is crazy. It's like as I got here and I will talk to men and they'll be like, what do you do for a living? I find that to be such a trash question because what I do for a living is relax. That's what I do. Like I'm not trying to run around the place. I don't even run around now. You understand what I mean? Like, I have this dog like 3 times a week. Like, no, but running around the place is not. As a woman running around the place, that's how you exhaust yourself and look old. Most people don't even know how old I am here. They think I'm much younger than I am. But I think the new generation will bring about change. We need the wildness. How so? How does the wildness benefit? I'm so interested in hearing what you have to say. There's the link if you want to join. How does the wildness benefit us? I just want to know, how does the wildness benefit us as a people? Do we want our children to be more free, or do we want them to be more wild? Right? You're like, yeah, I was a wild youth, but at the same time, things worked out for me because I really, everything, for every piece of wild energy I put out, I really did have to work. I worked a lot. But I also partied a lot. I also hung out a lot. It was very balanced. I find here that it's one extreme. It's like the children are either super, super, super focused on academics, or they're super, super focused on hanging out. And there's no in between. And the in between is how we get a balanced upbringing for a child. Children can't be stuck to the book. They need to know how to socialize. They need to know how to be confident in themselves. I find that a lot of these stuff types, they be the ones on these channels and on these platforms saying the most wild and disrespectful shit because no one's ever challenged them. They don't go out. They don't step outside. They don't interact with real life people. And it's crazy to me. So this guy is supposed to be, this guy that met us, me and my girlfriend the other night, we were at a function. It was an Igbo place. There was nobody attractive there. But there was a nice guy there, a gentleman, and he has someone who works for him who can teach me my language because I've been struggling to learn on my own, even though I've got some phrases down. No, I'm charging my phone and I'm on. You should ask them they have a charger right there. Okay, but they have, if you sit there, they have a charger right there at the bar. Show you. But really, he's supposed to be bringing a gentleman who teaches Alsa to me. My only requirement is that he knows how to write because I don't feel you can be fluent if you don't know how to write. So as long as he can write and read and teach me my language, that's really what I'm doing here. So I'm really looking forward to having in-person house instructions because I was going to do them online with a gentleman from Yola, but all of a sudden he disappeared from the tutor website. But I look forward to having someone in person who can teach me conjugation, vocal tonation, inflection, and all the things I need to be fluent in the language. My entire building is full of Northerners from Kaduna. So once I learn, they'll speak to me. They speak to me already. They just assume to meet that gentleman. I can't wait to meet that person who, I just can't wait. I can't wait to meet him, establish a relationship with him, and be able to be taught by someone who understands the language on a deep level. I think he's an instructor. He may not be our instructor, but he speaks and writes. And then there's another lady as well that I've been trying to contact. But I think when I sent her on Instagram, I had a picture like this, and I kind of feel like she don't really. She saw the picture and was like, "Who is this?" Anything else interesting going on? Oh, I didn't get to the story. Okay, so it's a Kirkland boarding school. Apparently, and this is what my sister told me, was that a trip to Dubai, young students in middle school. I'm giving you early secondary or whatever. And apparently, one young lady is in there, four young boys, or maybe even five boys, because there were four boys on bed. There was another boy taking a video, and a 10-year-old girl and 13-year-old boy hopping to dick on camera. So if you think the youths are wild, yeah, they are wild here. And it's embarrassing because it's like so many of us, we come here and we think that we're going to come home and raise our children at home. But the fuckery that's going on, like, I don't know, something happened with one of the kids at one over there by Armour and Ray Johnson. I forget what the school is called, the boys' school right there. They got that shit locked down. I guess he died. Another young girl in the north, she was raped by her professor, her 8-year-old girl by her teacher. Picked her up from school. She knows him. That's her teacher. And he's touching her and trying to have sex with her. It's everywhere, yo. There's nothing. There's evil everywhere. But that story was take the cake because I've never heard of anything like that. As much sexuality as we have in our society in the States, we don't hear things, because all kids have the same rules, whether you're a rich kid from California or whether you're broke from the hood. I don't even understand how she ended up in their room. I don't even understand how the teachers don't do a head count. I just don't know. I do it. But when she told me that, I was really shocked. I really was. Because I sat there and was just telling her how I send my kids to boarding school, etc., send them to a good private institution, etc. There is no guarantee just because you do those things. So that's one thing. And then there's another incident that happened. An older lady, and when I say older, I mean she's not a child, 25, I think, so older than the kid, but she's not old. A grown woman, 25 years old. I guess she normally worked around Admiralty Way. So now she has an incurable disease. And I'm going to drop some links later. Now she has a disease because she took 13 dogs for money in January. I guess the Okas and Opas asked her to satisfy their dogs for 1.5 million apiece. She bought some properties. Now she has an incurable disease and she has to sell all properties with assets to be able to save her own life. I, Now, as a yachty, never say the bomba class. The vast class is going on here. Somebody's kids need to get them ass chopped up. Somebody's kids need to get smacked. That's what I'm gonna say. Because it makes no sense to me. Money is easy to come by. I never understood when people said it was hard to get money. It's easy to get. It's easy to come by. And I think sometimes closed mouths don't get fed. Rather than ask for what you want, you're being told what to do to get what you want. And what you should be doing is asking. There's so many women in this country, I could teach them about 100 things. Because you won't get nothing if you don't ask. No man is inclined to give anybody anything. She come there to satisfy the man, and he talking about come fuck with the dog. And then she I go do it too. She I go do it too. She done it already. She done it already 13 times. 13 dogs in January. 13 puppies, woof woof, in January. Meanwhile, there are people that work all day with me, and there are people that are in this coffee shop, and there are people that I deal with all. They be struggling too for money. But they got dignity, they got respect, they got honor. They would never do. When I told my girlfriend that, she was like, she didn't believe me, but then she did. She was like, people are wicked here, and that's true. So there goes two stories for you, two outlandish stories you never thought you was gonna hear. I will drop some links, but all for what? For a dollar that you can't use? Every last dollar she has to use on her medical. That is too early for him. And what time works for him? Anyway, and that's just the crazy shit that's happening here. I'm sure you could open up the news and see a things happening today in New York. That's how I started off the live, yeah, with a bunch of fuckery happening to the young rappers in our cities. And I know YSL is Atlanta, you know, at the same time. The same thing happened to all the little drill rappers about a month ago. 40 something young people arrested. I'm optimistic though. I'm optimistic that people are going to do what is necessary to sustain their society. So I'm very optimistic for that. I know that people are going to do what is in their best interest to keep their society functioning. They don't need police around here to uh, to right the wrong. People do that in the community level. But I do wonder. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, you see what just happened there? And I'm glad she's gone, this girl. You see what just happened? This sweet girl, sweet Nigerian girl, conversation. Probably wants to speak and have a conversation. Just speak then. Stop asking me to use my wire. Stop asking me to inconvenience myself that you can be taken care of. Go get a man to help you. Go get a wire. Go buy yourself a cord for your phone. Go get a man to take care of you. You can't do that. Go to the bar, which is literally right here. Go to the bar. That guy with the hat, I know him. I know everybody in this place. And like I told her, just go and put your phone there. Since your phone is dying and it's such a big deal, and you such a big deal that you had to interrupt my conversation, why not just go get the help you need from the young man at the bar? No, because really, if you understand how women are, she just wanted to interrupt you. She just had conversation. Uh, and my thing is, if you have conversation, then just have the conversation. If you hear something I'm saying and you want to butt in and say, no, sis, that's actually not right. That's not what happened. Let me correct you. And I will hear you. But to try to, that was weird. It was almost like a one-liner. You know, like what niggas do when they want to speak to you. It's like, can I use your cord? Wait, but there's like 3 cords at the bar right there, which is literally less than a meter away. But if I didn't help her, it was a problem. You see? Let me tell you something about me. I like women, but I don't love them. And maybe it's because, you see, my mom, she was like my best friend, but she was like a fuck up in life, too. And so, to be honest with you, she was like the best friend that, like, I felt like I had to take care of. Ever since then, I don't hold hands. I don't do any of that shit. Because, just like how I came here with my laptop, with my bag, with my everything I needed to survive, you stepped out of the house without a cord and you're unable to charge. You're getting into a cab. Guess what? The cab probably has a cord. Does that make me fucked up? Asked her. You heard her ask me, and you heard what I said. She said, excuse me, can I use your cord? No, because I want to know why my cord is so important. And clearly, it wasn't that important for her to charge her phone, right? Because she sat there. watching what I was doing rather than go to the phone on the cord that's over at the bar. That is universal for the whole set of people that come in here. And even if it's not, I know everybody at that bar making drinks and making coffees and pouring water, which means, guess what? Just tell them I said, hey, there was a charger here and you could use it. But she wanted to introduce me. Why do you think that is? Sometimes women just want to be heard and seen. And I understand that part. But if you want to be heard and seen, then speak then. Stop asking me for a charger when you really have something on your mind. Speak. That's how we say in the Caribbean. Speak now. Speak up. I can't read your fucking mind. You asking me for a charger. If you have something to say about the things that I'm saying, then speak up now. What it is pestering. It's annoying. It's pestering. It's annoying. It's inconsiderate. And it's rude. I meet so many people in this place. I meet so many people in this place. And to be honest with you, I don't understand why they feel as though they should. If I don't know them, if I don't know you and you don't introduce yourself properly, you asking me to use my wire, I'm not about to make a friendship, girl. Sorry. And the crazy thing is, I've met other people in this place, and there was a homegirl and one of my best friends in here, and she looked like she was not talking to anybody. And I went over there and I said, "Hey, are you by yourself?" And I drew up a conversation instead of being a lame bitch talking about let me go and use your cord. Speak now. You know you ain't asking me about no cord. You don't care about no cord. That's why your phone is still dying. It makes no sense. In this life, I want people to be more honest. One of the things about the states that really gets on my nerves is the level of dishonesty. Like, just be more honest. Keep it real. Talk about who you really are. Voice your opinion. I'm not a man. I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm not trying to be with you. I'm not. So your opinion can't offend me that much. If you have something to say, then just say it. Where's the lamb question? I can't read the horrible things that happen out there. It damages me psychologically. That's a fact. You know what? Wild shit happening damages everyone psychologically. That's not just you. Everyone feels the same way. It's like the stress of just hearing certain shit. It really is stressful. Like, imagine if you were just having a great day and then you hear some craziness, like your city is under martial law. Like, I'm waiting for the day because I know that's coming. So that's really where we're at. And those are my commentaries for the day. I don't really have much to talk about. So I talked about the dog, right? Yeah, I talked about the dog, and I talked about the kids, yeah. And I talked about chaos, yeah. And I talked about, YSL, of course, most important. The rest of the shit don't matter to me. I don't really care what's going on over there. It's rainy season, but it's a great time. I thought I was gonna leave for rainy season. I was supposed to leave a couple of weeks ago, but I'm so glad that I didn't because I have so much work to do over the next couple of months. One of my main goals is to here in Airbnb, and I'm closing in on that goal. So like, you just have to be here to set shit up. You can't think you're about to just do shit from abroad and everything's gonna work out. It's like any other place. You have to be boots on the ground and ready to go. And that's really my plan. My plan is just to like full repatriation. It's not just about sitting here with my laptop and then running back to the States. It's about building a life that can grow while I'm going back and forth, so that I can eventually live here on a full-time basis. Because I'm pretty much here on a full-time basis. I mean, I've pretty much been here since August. I've been back to the States twice. And it's a brief moment. Brief moment. I was on AD's panel, and another young man came on. His name is Dario. And I found him to be so cute. I found him to be so handsome and so sweet and so even tempered and so none actually, and that's such a that's I swear. And I really do hope that when he comes to Lagos, he makes an effort to pull up on me because he knows this place better than I ever will. This is his country, and at the end of the day, he's in a place that I want to be. He's in Maryland, and I really respect it. I really think that he is doing the things that are to be the kind of man that can make the choices that he wants in life, and I respect it. I think that is really where when I see men doing the work, that's when I'm like, okay, no more talking, no more bullshitting. Like, no more talking, no more bullshitting. This guy's doing the work. He's official. And he seems nice. So, if you watching this, send me a message. I'm gonna give you my Niger number. I'm gonna drop it in the comments somewhere, and you hit that up and you let me know what's up. At this point, I want to be a part of. I want to be next to a man who's intelligent. I want to be next to a man that I can respect, but also has a kind heart and a good soul. And that's really where I'm at, man. I've matured a lot over the last couple of years. That doesn't mean I still don't want somebody with abs. I mean, abs are important, but I'm abs. I'm pretty sure he has abs, so that's really how I judge it. Does he have abs and money? Does he have abs? Does he have money? And when I say money, I'm not really caring about what he has in terms of the amount, but does he have enough to just put me in a house, take care of me, and just allow me to grow while he's growing too? I think that is the number one requirement for a woman like me. There's money, right? Like I got the bread to take care of myself. I don't have a lot. So I got enough to take care of myself. So I'm never really sitting there and worried about the number of guys making. Like, you're not gonna find me saying nothing about no $200,000 guy because it's just wild. Um, but if you're a PMC like me and like the young man is, then you know that that's not a hard number to me. I'm, I'm, I won't say anything else, but what I will say is that it's for people like us. So I really identified, and I think that there is a way to foster that relationship. Anyway, he said I had a nice smile, so I look forward to that. I look forward to meeting someone in person. I've met a. Thank you, lamb sauce. And by the way, lamb sauce is good. Have you ever had lamb sauce, lamb ragu on tagliatelle pasta? You know I'm a fat ass now. Tagliatelle pasta with lamb ragu. If any of you are in, if any of you are Brooklyn right now, I need y'all to go to Aida on Franklin, right off Eastern Parkway, and I need you to go sit down and have yourself some real good pasta. And if you want to go in the smoke, then I'm gonna need you to pull up to La Villa Pizzeria on Fifth between Garfield and President and have some good pasta. Because if there's one thing that I miss here, it's good pasta. I've had a couple good plates of pasta. I had one this really good plate of bolognese here at Eric Kaiser. Then there's a really good black truffle plate at RSVP. And those are the only two plates of pasta that I feel are like how they need to be. But even at RSVP, the truffle is too large. Like they don't slice it thin enough. Um, it's just too much going on in the pasta. But it is the flavor. Excuse me. The flavor palette is good. But if you like lamb sauce, then go get your pasta with some lamb ragu. Get yourself some food. My homegirl that I hang out with now, she's from Texas. Beautiful little girl, being beautiful. Beautiful girl. When I say little girl, I just call her little girl, but she is a grown ass woman, and she's like a bad thick Texan, a thick, nice good Texan. Oh, saying the face. She really do. She really do look like Beyonce. Her face really do look like Beyonce. So I guess you see when you see us walking down the street, you see Beyonce and Kelly. No, but one thing she said to me the other night, which I thought was real funny, is she's like, girl, with me, I like to eat. I haven't had a friend who said that in a long time. It's going to be very dangerous for me because she knows the place. She knows the spot. Like the spot we went to, Junction, is the Evo spot in Lucky. Oh my God, for the first time, I had something called abasha. It was very good. And I actually had the rest of it yesterday with the suya cause you know how much I love suya. I had the abasha with the suya. I even in the fridge because they give you plates of abasha. Plates of abasha. But it was delicious. Goodness. Because I'm always looking for a dish with vegetables. And sometimes I feel like when I go into some of the Yoruba spots, there's no vegetables and everything is as hot. But this abacha was slightly hot and it was just shredded cassava, a little bit greens on top, and it was so delicious. And I knew I wasn't gonna have no big stomach the next morning, no belly bangova, right? No, your belly na bang, right? No belly bangova. I woke up the next day, no belly bangova. I ate vegetables the night before, so that was delicious. The one thing about her is I like hanging out with her, and she can eat. So don't be surprised if I start. Don't be surprised if I start gaining. Cause it's been hard for me. I've gained, but I work out every day. Cause yo, when I was in New York, I was a 3 times to 4 times a week person working out. Now that I'm here in Lagos, I have to work every day. Cause if I don't work out every day, the food, my stomach, no way. So the abacha was good because it was shredded cassava and all that. How do I share? Can I share a picture on here? Like, if I share something, hold on. I'm trying to see if I could share a picture with you guys so you guys can see it. I don't be knowing. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to talk about that later. I'm gonna send you guys a picture or whatever. Or I'm gonna share it somewhere on my page somewhere. But it was really beautiful. It was like orange and cassava and green, and it was just so good. It was so good. If you want food, talk to me. I know where to get good food. Trust me. Even though I do work out a lot. Like sometimes what I will do is I won't eat the whole day. I'll just have a little coffee in the morning. I'll have a little, well, not coffee. I don't drink coffee, guys. For years I haven't drank coffee. I drink chai tea. So many years now. But I have a little chai tea, and then I might have a little small something in the day, and then I have a good dinner. Step out and have a good dinner towards the bottom of the evening. 6, 7. Step out and have a good dinner. Hello. But the abacha was so good. I enjoyed it so much. I was so hungry. Uh, it was what it was. 3 people in the building. Tell me where y'all are from and go. Me? Where am I from? Where y'all come from? Born and raised in New York City. Living in Lagos, Nigeria these days. Born and raised. Done spent my life all over this globe. Done spent some life in the South. I remember some of my early vacations as a young kid. My grandmother would take us down to Memphis, Tennessee, where Aunt Lucille and Aunt Maddie had moved from Harlem back to the South. And this was before Memphis was a ghetto, because now everybody tells me Memphis is good. This is when Memphis was good, and it was an opportunity zone, and it was empty, and nobody was there. But Memphis is not what it used to be, from what I've heard. I've been there a few times. Now my family that lives in Memphis is living in St. Louis. Done been all over the Caribbean, stuffing and having fun. Done been a couple places in Europe, but I don't tote them. Germany, I think that place is fire. Um, but as far as London and shit, don't tell anybody that here. I'm not a big London person. It's just why go to New York? Okay, yeah, Canada's cool. Toronto is good. Toronto is cool. It kind of feels like New York. It feels like Times Square. Um, what side are you? What side are you? Are you where are you? Are you Times Square? Are you Dundas Square? Are you Times Square? Are you Dundas Square? Are you what? Are Quebec? I don't know what's over in Quebec. Never been over there. I don't speak French. Um, I feel like my St. Lucian homeboy, when he told me his brother came from through that way, I feel like they came through the French side. Maybe I don't know how they did it, or maybe they did come through, you know, northern New York side. What else? Who else is somewhere else? King Niza. You from Niza? But where in Niza you from? Is King Niza still here? What do you guys want to talk about? I mean, you know what? I'll post this link. I'll post a link for any of you guys that want to join to talk shit. I don't get too deep on stuff because I find that if we are going to be getting too deep on shit, we're going to be spinning wheels forever. There's enough channels doing that. There's enough place. This is the kind of place where we keep it light. We can talk shit, but we got to keep it light. Let these other people have these long, drawn out conversations about people that just popped up yesterday and basic things that are happening in our community. It's not really my job. I will join this conversation. I feel I have something to say, but even when I was doing a little bit of giving you guys some basic news from New York that was really impacting me mentally, I realized that like it was pulling me down. It was pulling down my vibe. It was pulling down my energy. It was just pulling down, dong dong dong. It was pulling me down, and I thought to myself like, why should I be pulled down um, over news that is not impacting me? Like I'm not living in New York right now. I'm sorry. I, and when I get there, I'll know how to move accordingly. But until then, I don't really see, like, what are we doing? When we sit around talking about things that bring us down mentally, it tears at our psyche, like you said, uh, like Lamb Sauce said. It tears at our psyche. Man. Every day we are talking about things that are way bigger than us, concepts that are unfathomable, things that are going beyond us. And I don't know, do any of you guys wake up and think like today is the day that I just need to relax? I don't need no noise in my ear. I don't like freedom is about the channel and not having to come on it every day. Like I don't want to be a slave to anything. I don't want to be a slave to my job. I don't want to be a slave to YouTube. I don't want to be a slave to anything. That doesn't mean I don't want to work. It doesn't mean I don't want. You know who I'll be a slave to? My children, my husband. I want to have a family where I can give my best energy to it. And I'm trying to reserve my energy now these days because I'll never be able to give my best energy if I am bogged down with current events, bogged down with the standard of living. How does a woman rest in her femininity when everything is trash? So if you're a Kevin Samuels kind of follower, one of the things that he always said, and I took that advice, get up and move around. That was the best advice he ever gave, in my opinion. Get up and move around. And I've had that advice come from a few people, but it was so relevant during COVID specifically because there, the thing about COVID is, and COVID-19 and the pandemic, it happened at a time where I was already just coming out of, you know, my emotional state where I was mourning my fiance and I was ready to date. And one thing I didn't understand is like I'm ready now and everything is shut down. That was so stressful. So I took that advice that Kenny Samuel gave. I picked up and I moved around and I since taken that advice, my life honestly is way better because a woman like me can't be stuck in one place, just sitting there waiting for life to happen to her. These guys have to clean up New York. They have to get the city back to how it used to be. They have to bring it to a place where a woman could walk around with her Louis bag and not get robbed. I know that city. So when Mayor Adams brought Bloomberg out, I was like, yo, he's got the right idea. I suspect the city will be back to normal in another year. So until that, I'm here, stress free, low stress free. If you want to be stressed out, be stressed out. But if you are unhappy with the place that you live and it's stressing you out, take his advice and get up and move around. All his advice wasn't good. Some of his advice was real shit. All of his advice wasn't good. Some of his was elementary and um, and very presumptuous, as if people haven't tried things before in their lives. But getting up and moving around is something that as a New Yorker I didn't do. I took vacations, yes. But getting up and living in another place, when you come from an important place, you don't tend to do that. You don't tend to get up and just live somewhere else unless there's something wrong with your city. So because lacking, I decided to pick up and move around. And this is where I decided to settle for a while I learn about my heritage, while I get um, basically, while I get everything that I deserve and learn about who I am as an African woman. This is home right now. I don't see myself going to New York to be stressed out over the same croissants and bakery shit that I could get right here, over the same food that I could have here, over the same opportunities I could have here, if not more. I don't see myself doing that kind of stuff, and that's just honestly dumb. And then even as I'm here, I try not to get too wrapped up into it. I find that a lot of people want to take a beautiful black woman from the States and make her into some. No, I'm not in the U.S. I feel like, have a good day. I feel like they want to take a young, beautiful black woman from the States and turn her into their saleswoman and she could work for them and do their hostess. I'm not interested in any of those jobs. I tell people straight up, this is my job. This job pays about 100 times anything they can pay me around here. So for me, it's like all I'm interested in doing is chill. Chill. You guys need to go and listen to that song that Popcorn came out with on his album 2 years ago, which was literally the album that saved me during COVID. 2020, six tape, right? 2021 was all made in Lagos. Those are the two albums I lived off of the last 2 years. Six tape was 2020. Go listen to the first song on six tape. VVH, this happening. You know I do nothing at all. Yeah, VVH, this happening. Go listen to that. Yeah, chill. Then I go do nothing at all. All right. And then the second album, of course, made in Lagos. You guys, you know and love that. So for me, I don't see it. I don't see why be in a place where you're stressed out. Why be in a place where you unhappy? Why be? And when I say in a place, it's your city too, but it's also your mentality, which is impacted by the news that's around you, the people that are around you. Listen, if you go out every day and everybody is miserable, you could be the person, but that shit gets to you. And I find that when you go out in New York, sometimes people are quite miserable. Things are not how they're supposed to be. Not just yet. And I'm gonna shit all over my city because I was born and raised there. You see what I'm saying? That's the truth. The truth is, the truth is, when you're born and raised in a place, you have the right. And I'm gonna keep criticizing it. I'm gonna keep criticizing it until it gets better. But aside from that, I'm not gonna live there and waste my energy and be unhappy. I'm so blessed to be out of that place. I don't get mad when people say that city is shit, because it is right now. But I tell you, Chicago level. New York is not Chicago. It's never getting to Chicago level. It will never. So when people think that's about to happen, I find that to be a very funny mindset and a very funny pathway. Like you got to the point where you think that New York is going to become Detroit and become Chicago. That's not happening. Not happening. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until they clean that shit up. And in the meantime, I'm gonna just keep doing what I do, living my life. Living my life like a soldier. Right? Right. I invite you all to just be a part of anything that you want to be a part of. Anything I'm doing, anything anyone's doing, just raise your hand and say, hey, I want to be a part of it. Like, include yourself. Include yourself. Um, and I really do enjoy, like, when I get onto, I swear, one of my favorite places now on this YouTube is Antoine's channel, especially in the evening. It's like the night for them, but it's the top of the morning for me. And I love getting on there and talking shit with Aaron and Cass and who else be in the money talk? Just anyone who's right there with the money talk. I love speaking to y'all. It's one of my favorite things to do in the morning as I'm getting ready for my day. To just get on this man's channel with these like-minded individuals who want to succeed. Emma, um, C, that lady, she's a very nice young woman who is married and doing the damn thing. Like I enjoy that segment. That's the time that I find is most relevant to me. I like to get on there, share my experiences, learn a little something. Angry Man, he taught me a little something today as well. They taught me a whole. Yeah. That show the other day I was on was good because they taught me a whole lot about Baltimore I did not know. Because all I know is rate of return. All I know is low investment, high rate of return. But there are just certain things that I don't know about it because they're from the area, and I just love to hear it because it really does set me up right so I could be successful. So I enjoy getting on that channel, and just that's a place where I be at a lot. You could see my face a lot. But other than that, I'm not about to get on nobody's channel and argue with them about anything that's happening in this black community because as far as I'm concerned, the only people that matter to me are the ones that are trying to do something. You trying to do something, then you matter to me. If you're not trying to do something with this black community, then what are we talking about? If criticism is all we're gonna get, then you might as well leave that criticism. So for me, I'm very content. I'm very happy. Like the lady said the other day, Shahari, I think her name is, a Jamaican lady. She's pretty. Like she said the other day, I was in the cab when I was listening to it, and she's like, people, it's like not enough in our society for a woman to say she's content. Still, dog, I am content. I work on a laptop. I barely work. I'm living below my threshold here by living abroad. I really do want people to understand that your life is within your own hands. So that's really, and she was right about that. It's like a not enough in our American society to say, yo, I'm done. I'm good. I'm content. I'm happy. Why do they want us beating ourselves down? Why do they want us putting in so much energy and beating ourselves down? So that they could say that they directed us into something. The good music playing. It's the afternoon now. It's 5 o'clock here. I know it's noon over there, but it's 5 o'clock here. Um, and I hope you guys are good. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep. I feel like I'm going in circles. I don't really. I need to plan out live involved too much, and I don't want to be that involved. So y'all just gonna have to deal with it. That's all it's gonna be. Um, if you think I'm about to sit there and put together lesson plans and put together lives for y'all, it's not gonna happen. The thing for me to do is to just invite conversation with y'all. Like next time I do this, maybe I will just have it sitting there and have you guys call in and ahead of time. People didn't get many notifications because I just keep popping on here whenever I want. But I will try to be a little bit more involved with y'all. I will. I will. I will. Anyway, just know I love you all, and I love everybody. I know that's a hard thing for people to believe, but when you love, then you love all. So I love everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that ask where you get your heart's desires. And today, I hope it's a good day for y'all. I hope that you make it a good day. It's early for you, 12. If you're out in New York, it's early. Right now, it's the afternoon. It's still early. I can still do something. Get what you deserve. Don't have anybody sitting there making you feel like you can't get because you deserve to get everything that your heart desires. And if somebody won't give it to you, go and take it now. That's the thing. If somebody won't give you what you deserve, go take what is yours. That's the problem we have in the States, I think. We're afraid to take what we what we deserve. Go take what is yours. Go get that job. Go get that man. Go get that woman. Go start that company. Go get that money that person owes you. Go get that recognition you deserve. Make sure you get some credit for that movie you worked on. So serious, like life is so simple if you just let it be and you enjoy it. How they say here, Jaye, Jaye. Peace, guys. Black Beauty is out. I love you. Peace.